the legalese fool you. This is epic. This is monumental. If things are going in the direction we think, Fani Willis lied to the court, it's game over for her. She will be disqualified. If they had a relationship prior to when they represented to the court, it's a huge deal. I can't overstate it.
And do you feel the same way, Charles, based on the testimony of what we just heard? And we just learned Nathan Wade, who is the special prosecutor in this case, walked in the courtroom. He is being sworn in to testify now about this issue and his relationship with Fani Willis. Let's listen.
Trump is vindicated, and they should both go to jail. This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com. Get you one of these Donald Trump shirts. Put in discount code King Jesus and get 20% off. King Jesus, get 20% off the entire store. We got a whole bunch of other cool merch that's on the store right now. And also, do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you scroll down a little bit, we have exclusive discounts for people who are in the military, who are children of military members, people who are retired from the military, teachers, doctors, nurses, truck drivers, 55 and older. And if you're on a fixed income, we give you a set discount on my store until you get out of the situation you're in. So if you're on food stamps or you're on a fixed income, we got you. We'll take care of you. You don't have to pay full price. We'll help you on that. So make sure you take advantage of those discounts. Like and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, Fani Willis, you dirty woman. They got mad at Donald Trump and claimed that he's doing all this nefarious stuff and he all this and all that. And Fani Willis out here tuning it up for a prosecutor that she picked. They try to say, oh, we didn't have a relationship until 2022, which they try to make it a year after his appointment. Come on, bro. Come on. Y'all believe that? 2020. Y'all conveniently concocted this scenario where you didn't have a relationship to try to beat the system. Listen, they're going to go through your phone. They're going to find out everything. You filed for divorce the day you took the position at the job. Oh, that's kind of interesting. The woman who hired you end up smashing. And then she taking the money that she paid you paying on the business card, she giving it to you back in cash. Y'all going to jail. They should send both of y'all to jail. Donald Trump should have never been met. Donald Trump should go out and sue them for conspiring against him with malice and motive for them to coordinate an effort to make sure the investigation goes the way that the lovers want it to go. That's it. That's it. I solved the case. Epic Times wrote an incredible article about this, and I put the link in the description section. So if you want a better, more thorough synopsis of this entire conflict and perspective, just click on that Epic Time article. It's right there in the description. And an amazing thing that Epic Time is doing for my audience, and I don't know if I'm supposed to be telling y'all or not, but they hooking y'all up. I'm just giving you the real. This particular article that they wrote is not even accessible unless you have a membership, but they're giving y'all the entire article for free. So, hey, just take it for what it is. They love me that much, and I love them back. So go on and click on that, get the article there. Roll the clip so y'all can see this foolery.
When did your romantic relationship with Miss Willis begin?
2022.
When in 2022?
Early 2022.
So you were appointed in November of 2021.
Yes, ma'am.
And your relationship started early. What's early? January? February?
Around March.
Around March. But you two met at an October 2019 judicial conference, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
2019.
You said in the affidavit that you roughly shared travel, though, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this roughly sharing travel, you're saying she reimbursed you.
She did.
And where did you deposit the money she reimbursed you?
Oh, it was cash. She didn't give me any checks.
So she paid you cash for her share of all these vacations.
Mr. Schaefer, you'll step out if you do that again.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so all of the vacations that she took, she paid you cash for.
Yes, ma'am.
And you purchased all of these vacations on your business credit card, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you included those in deductions on your taxes, correct?
No, ma'am.
No.
Now, let's talk about this real quick. Fani Willis, I'm assuming she's got enough intelligence to own a bank account And I'm pretty sure she has direct deposit with the state that pays her a check. They go on a trip. She paid him cash reimbursement. Cash. Who paying cash to somebody? So this man, listen, y'all look at the fraud here. He's charging the vacations on a business card. So therefore, the totality or the entirety of the vacation expense is present on his card. But she reimburses him with cash, which really can't be tracked. It can't be tracked. She reimburses him with cash. He does not file on his taxes this transaction. He don't file these things on his taxes. That right there is tax evasion and fraud. He just admitted to it. The question is he going to go to jail over it? Because you can't use a business card to go on a personal trip and then the other person reimburses you with cash and you don't document the cash you received on your taxes. That's money laundering. Because where does she use the cash from to give to you? That's how people use to not track the cash, not track the money. They give it to you in cash. And you don't have to file it because it's not transactions going through your bank. See, they got caught up in a shuffle, and now they have to acknowledge that she gave him some money back. Let me just say this. It gets confusing, but I'm gonna sharpen it up just real quick. What happens is if he spent the money on his business card, which he probably did, and she didn't have to pay, he's technically using money and she's reaping the benefits of him using his business card, which is money that came from the state. So the whole hearing is about whether or not she had financial benefits from him. So you got to put this in context. So what their lie is that the financial benefits he was receiving is that she was paying him, he was using a business card for all of their travel. But since it can't be tracked or documented, instead of her receiving all the benefits from the scenario I just mentioned, he says she paid me back. How? Cash. It's all fraudulent. This man was getting paid from the state, taking her on trips with the card, and she wasn't paying for it. She was reaping the benefits of the state money that was given to him for the investigation. But they claim that she gave him money to try to act like, oh no, she didn't reap any benefits. She used her own money for her portion of the vacation. It's bull crap. It's a complete lie. Let him finish.
You did not. You would not.
I think that's a statement that I made. So if you want to quote me accurately.
So
look how defensive she is. How is she prosecuting Trump?
it's your position because Mr. Wade was not an employee, or it's your position he wasn't an employee, correct?
Mr. Wade is not an employee, and he will tell you that over and over again.
I'm sorry, the statement, just so I make sure I accurately quote you. What you said was you won't sleep with people who work under you. Do you not consider Mr. Wade working under you?
I consider Mr. Wade to be an agent.
An agent?
Yeah. An appointee is what I really were thinking.
So
you can take the woman out the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of the woman. This is some ghetto high school Paula's Dunbars. Hold on, shouting. You can't use hood rhetoric to try to justify. You're in the court of law. I don't sleep with people that's underneath that work for me. He's working for you. You are his boss. You're his boss. You appointed him. He has to report the findings to you. Lady, you ain't in the hood. You can't just hoodwink this.
I consider Mr. Wade to be an agent.
Agent.
Agent?
Yeah. An appointee is what I really were thinking.
So
if we would go to dinner,
Let her finish her answers.
if we would go to dinner, I wouldn't give him cash because he paid for dinner or I paid for dinner. I've given him cash only a few times in life, probably 4.
Okay.
Probably the most money I've ever handed him is $2,500. The least amount of money I've handed him, probably between $500 and $1,000.
You never wrote him a check?
Ma'am, I don't have checks.
Okay. So you have no proof.
See, when somebody's like wrong and they get defensive and they act like this is playbook. Anybody that's behavioral scientist or a person that can recognize behaviors, you can see all the way that she's guilty, she's getting defensive, and she is so dang immature. It is insane to me that she's in a position she's in. This woman act like she in high school. Ma'am, I don't have checks. How did they just say I do not possess checks? Why do you have to say I don't have checks like you mad or something? You the one who got yourself in this position.
Of any reimbursement for any of these things because it was all cash, right?
The testimony of one witness is enough to prove a fact.
So my
Are you
question was,
telling
do
me
you
that
have
I'm
any
lying to you?
proof?
Is that what you're intimating right here?
I'm asking if you have any proof that you paid him any of these
The
monies.
proof is what I just told you.
You have no written proof. Is that correct?
So I have some, probably some transactions like in Belize. I probably spent $500 on my card in Belize. I spent $900 on each of our tickets to go to Belize. I did.
The legalese fool you. This is epic. This is monumental. If things are going in the direction we think, Fani Willis lied to the court. It's game over for her. She will be disqualified. If they had a relationship prior to when they represented to the court, it's a huge deal. I can't overstate it.
And do you feel the same way, Charles, based on the testimony of what we just heard? And we just learned Nathan Wade, who is the special prosecutor in this case, walked in the courtroom. He is being sworn in to testify now about this issue and his relationship with Fani Willis. Let's listen.
Fani Willis. It's Fani Willis. Fannie Mae is what I call her. But I mean, these people are clearly corrupt. She literally had an affair with a man, which is a conflict of interest. She benefited from monies that he spent on her, which were monies that the taxpayer paid him to do an investigation. I would argue they had a relationship way before this because they said in 2019 is when they first met. So they've been effing around since 2019. He filed for divorce. She gives him a job as a special prosecutor. They messing around. Taxpayer are paying him. He taking her on trips. And to save face, I gave him money. I gave him cash. So to act like he wasn't sponsoring the events on taxpayer dollar. She has no evidence of there being a cash transaction. Absolutely none. She's not even trying to provide any. She's saying as a one-person witness, she's a fact witness. That don't make no sense. The jury, the judge, everybody know they full of crap. They did a hood move. Her lover, she put in a position of power, knowing that he gonna get money from the state. They go travel on the state dime. Hey, if we get caught, we'll just tell them we met in 2020. Hey, we get caught, just tell them I paid you cash, file the transaction. It's really that easy. I can fool everybody like that. No, you can't. You finna go to jail. I hope you go up under the jail. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.